St. Johan Cruyff once said, "Football is not difficult, but playing simple football is very difficult." So what does this simple football that the Dutch legend mentioned look like, and how can one recognize what simple football is? Currently, many of us are mesmerized by the playing style of Kevin De Bruyne with his highly artistic passes, whether it's a through ball or an assist that surpasses viewers' imagination. If we go back a bit further, we often talk about Mesut Ozil with a similar aesthetic. In the discussion of simplicity, I mention these two names not to create a contrast and then start discussing simplicity, but to highlight that fancy football with beautiful shots and magical passes seems to capture all the attention of fans, potentially causing us to overlook the simple yet exquisite art. Fortunately, at this time, the football world still has a Toni Kroos who maintains this style of play and helps us understand what simple football truly means. Once you reach a high level of mastery and understanding of the game, you can eliminate unnecessary details and focus on what is most important, the key to achieving perfection. Thanks to Toni Kroos, we increasingly understand how simple football should be played. In the first leg of the 2023-2024 UEFA Champions League semi-finals at Allianz Arena, the red-clad and battle-ready Bayern team seemed ready to swallow Carlo Ancelotti's squad whole. However, with their composure, they held firm. And with their first dangerous opportunity, Real Madrid immediately punished their opponent with Vinicius Jr.'s opening goal. This goal was talked about repeatedly right after the match. Was it because of Vinicius? I don't think so. What kept people talking about this goal was the simple through ball that sliced through Bayern's defense. In that situation, the ball was lingering in the midfield before it reached Toni Kroos's feet. With a pointing gesture, a timely pass, a clever run, and boom, Real Madrid scored on their first dangerous opportunity. We did not see any difficulty in the decision-making process of the German midfielder. He observed with sharpness, and then the opportunity opened up for Los Blancos. Kroos did not run frantically. Instead, viewers could see some slowness mixed with a calm and serene demeanor. The play leading to the assist for Vinicius exemplifies his style. Kroos often dribbles sideways, moves around the midfield, or sometimes drops back to be close to his team's defense. When receiving the ball from teammates, he does not rush to pass it immediately. Instead, he takes a few touches and observes. This style of play is like bait. When he notices the opponent's negligence or finds a gap, he immediately makes a through ball. A series of actions by Kroos does not stem from instinct. It is the result of a habit and playing style refined over many years, gradually turning into a skill that opponents cannot anticipate. In his book, Playing Football Like Professionals, Toni Kroos once said this about his playing style: "This approach allows me to survive in this fast-paced football. I know my speed is average, that there are a significant number of players with outstanding physical abilities. That's why I aim to make decisions faster, especially in terms of thinking, then in movement. Over many years of repeating the same things, I have refined my ball reception technique, which gives me a slight advantage to start the action." In an interview with The Real Champs about 6 years ago, when a reporter asked him a challenging question, "People say you are dry and quiet. What do you think?" Toni Kroos replied, "Perhaps people judge me by my playing style. I am not a player who performs spectacularly, but one who likes to control the game like controlling a game, rarely making stunning plays in the opponent's box. My playing style is quite simple, but playing simple football is challenging, and many don't realize this, which is why I'm rarely the center of attention." In the early days at Real Madrid, Toni Kroos had some struggles because his defensive skills were quite weak due to limitations in speed and body build. At Bayern, Schweinsteiger and Javi Martinez often took on the role of shielding the defense, but when he moved to Real, Kroos not only took on the role of starting attacks, but also had to fill in for defensive teammates who had moved up the field. It wasn't until Ancelotti started playing with a 4-4-2 formation with Kroos and Modric, forming the central midfield duo, that the German player could fully unleash his qualities. No longer burdened with too many responsibilities, thanks to Modric sharing the load, Kroos was free to take control. It wasn't until Zidane took over Los Blancos that the best of him in midfield truly emerged. At this time, Real's midfield had added defensive midfielder Casemiro, freeing up Kroos and Modric from defensive duties, allowing them to control the game as the Brazilian teammate took on most of the hard work. This made controlling the midfield or initiating attacks for real smooth and seamless. During that time, Xavi didn't hesitate to praise Kroos, even though the midfielder played for the arch-rival, Real. The Barca legend even confidently stated that Kroos was his successor. The similarity between Xavi and Kroos is that they both play simple football, often dropping deeper than the defensive midfielder to receive the ball, escape pressure, and initiate attacks. However, there's one key difference: the length of their passes. Xavi, the current coach of Barcelona, often used short passes to create scoring chances or directly assist goals. The tiki-taka style is characterized by patience, short passes, and small combinations. Toni Kroos also plays simply, but he emphasizes accuracy. Under Zidane, Real not only attacked opponents with the BBC trio but also with fullbacks Marcelo and Dani Carvajal frequently pushing forward, occasionally forming a goal-scoring machine. This style of play forced the opposition, whether they wanted to or not, to cluster in defense. This created space in the midfield for Kroos and Modric to move forward, adjust the attack strategy, and make accurate passes. And here's where the difference between Kroos and Xavi becomes clear, with the German midfielder excelling at long passes with high accuracy. According to statistics from the 2016-2017 season, Kroos achieved a pass accuracy rate of 93%, with 72% of his passes directed forward, and the average pass length was 18 meters. A stat from the end of the 2021 to 2022 season also showed that in 10 years, the pass accuracy rate of the German midfielder had never dropped below 92% in Real and Germany matches. We often see Kroos standing in the midfield or even a third of the field back, then making 40 to 50 meter accurate passes to the wings, and it has become quite normal. We've seen the simplicity in Toni Kroos's style, the laid-back playing style, choosing the right moment to deliver the decisive pass, and of course, the quality of each pass. All of this is done in a neat way, yet achieving high effectiveness. To have all these elements, time and refinement are needed, gradually becoming vision. Casemiro once said that Real Madrid's matches were always controlled by Kroos's rhythm. He is the most important player on the team because he is the boss controlling the ball and setting the tempo for us to play. If Toni Kroos wants us to play slowly, we will play slowly. If he wants us to play quickly, we will play quickly. The whole team always plays according to how Kroos wants. Playing simple football like Toni Kroos is not an easy task, and to be effective and as dangerous as he is, perhaps there are only a few players in the football world who can do it.